Namaste. Hello. Welcome, beautiful souls. My name is Sadhana. I am here today to do live readings. Just let me get YouTube open so I can check in with your messages. Welcome, everybody. Lovely to see you chatting before the broadcast goes live. All right. So, welcome. This is the 9th day of August. Actually, I do have this window open. I should anyway. I do. It's already open. What am I doing? I was super organized. I didn't need to do that. It's the 9th day of August. The Lion's Gate is wide open, and I hope that you've all been enjoying a little bit of time of reflection during the opening of this portal, and you're feeling its energy. The energy has been really intense over the last few weeks, and today we kind of step into a bit of a space where we can exhale. And I want to take that opportunity to exhale with each and every one of you and to really just drink in the blessings of what is going on now. And I have suggested a spread for today that perhaps will guide you into managing the intensity of the energy. And I called it Managing the Waves of Change spread. 3 cards. And the reason the spreads are small on Tuesday readings is obviously, right, because there's a lot of people looking for readings. The first one is, how can I remain strong through change? And sometimes that can come at many different layers. The physicality of change can take a toll on our bodies. And so there may be a message in regards to your physical health in some way, coming through messages connecting to food or movement or something like that, or rest. The second one is, what aspect of myself needs extra care at this time? So again, a similar question, but looking at it through a different lens. And finally, how might I better understand the layers of these change that I'm experiencing? So the 3 cards are about understanding um, the intensity of the energy that is going on right now. And so to become more resilient. And I feel an energy of curiosity that it's really important here at this time. I've had so many synchronicities just in the past few hours, and I feel that the time and energy that I've put into this portal are really starting to it feels really beautiful. It's also a great time for me. I'm in my elements, so to speak. My sun, my moon are aligned, as well as my birth moon. And so my birth moon energy in alignment with all of this feels really important. So not only is the moon in Capricorn, but it's also a gibbous Capricorn moon. So it's feeling pretty awesome. My birthday is just around the corner, so life is good. So for those of you that love these kind of synchronicities, this will be our inspiration for tomorrow. This is Echo tomorrow in the Facebook group. So I'll do a little chat Wednesday nights in the Facebook group. It's linked below if you don't know what I'm talking about. The Rumi quote. So I'm going to build our discussion around the Rumi quote that is on this card. A secret freedom opens through a crevice you can barely see. A secret freedom opens through a crevice you can barely see. And one of the reasons this makes me smile so brightly is that word freedom. I I I want to invite you to think about the many layers of your intentions at this time. And I want to ask you if freedom is not the underlying energy of everything you are asking for. So, yeah. Um, if you are not aware, for those of you that aren't aware of Lionsgate Portal, um, perhaps you would like to watch Amanda Ellis. I could link a video. Amanda did a wonderful video. I believe it was on the 1st of August, where she discussed portals in general. And that would be a great introductory video if you've never seen her. She's in the UK, I believe. She does a lot of mediumship on YouTube. One of the people I follow from time to time. So if one of the mods would like to find, she's done quite a few videos on Lionsgate, and so the first one was August 1st. That might be a good one to watch. Okay. Hello, Donna. Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart. Drink of your choice, Sadhana. Let's all party today. Yes, let's party. Let's party. Thank you so much. Okay, let me say hi to everybody. I'm using the field tarot today. You can see here. So tomorrow in Herbcraft, we're going to do Herb Crafters. We're going to do the sevens tomorrow, and I'll explain why when we get to that one. So that's tomorrow's deep dive. Lydiane, bonsoir. Saskia, welcome. I don't know how to say good evening in Greek. Do you know it is my dream to spend some time in Greece? I would love to get some Greek words under my belt other than food. Welcome to Joel. So we have France, Greece, Sweden. Hannah, where are you? Are you in Quebec? Why do I think you're in Quebec? I'm not sure. Let us know. Tamian, I will see you later. So Tamian has an appointment with me today. She's one of the Rose Quartz members. So I'm looking forward to our check-in. Who else is here? Let's see. Donna. Vange, hello to you as well too. And I also want to say that there is this amazing connection with the sevens in the Herb Crafters. It's going to fit into this whole portal thing so beautifully. Christina, namaste. Welcome to you. Dee, hello. And Dee's in the UK. And if you want to let us know in more detail where you are, it's kind of interesting to have this global perspective. Oh, sunflowers are so beautiful. Who else is here? Thanks, Lydiane. I see that the video I was talking about. Yeah, Amanda Ellis. Okay, so Kali, is it Kalispera? Kalispera? Kalispera. And, oh, now is that a girasol? Girasol? Now, does soul mean sun? So there's some connection with the soul there, I wonder. I love language. Oh, language is so beautiful. And I'm sorry if my pronunciation is... Germany. Yes, I did know that, Hannah. So we're all over the place. It's beautiful. Kalispera. Lydiane, if you have time, one time in a video of pears, for example, an explanation of your use for Red Seeds Oracle. Thank you so much. Red Seeds Oracle. All right, so this is new to me, and I am playing with it in the Facebook group. It's a smaller group and getting to know both the tarot and the oracle. So yes, I will. It's just going to take a little bit of time for me to get more comfortable with it. But yes, I will talk more about it publicly at a later point. And you see, the thing is, so this is the first oracle. And I'm taking a draw from the first oracle as the inspiration for the conversation. And there's a few different things that we can use as the inspiration. So there is the affirmation on the front. There's also the goddess. So we can look at the energy of the goddess, echo, and work with her energy. But also the challenges and the gifts. So there's a challenge and a gift on each card. But I'm going to use the inspiration from the Rumi quote, because this is more in connection of where I want to go and also I'll be talking about vulnerability through energetic portals as well too. So this is kind of how I'm going to work with it. I'm not really going to work with the narcissist story that is attached here. So this is a inspiration for a bit of a satsang, if you will. So a satsang is kind of like a spiritual conversation. So yeah, and then I'm pulling cards from the tarot as well too to help dive into that. So that's what I'm doing with it. All right. So Dee lives in Yorkshire, but was born in the Midlands. Lovely. All right. So shall we do this? I think I will start with a reading for the collective. And it was Amanda. So Amanda was using this deck. And I decided that, let's just move Herb Crafter out of the way. I decided that, yeah, I love the colors of this deck. It's such a summer deck for me. So this is a reading for the collective on the 9th day of August, 2022. And yes, I really want to invite you into a deep inhale, a deep exhale. This is a message deepening our understanding to the waves of change, to the opening, the potential of this. The central card that came up for the portal in the Lenormand reading the last hour was the book, and I was really feeling that this is deep mystery teachings. Okay, so I'm just going to reference the 3 questions that I was contemplating yesterday when I put up the thumbnail. How can I remain strong through the change? How can we remain strong through the change? All right. Wow. Oh, let me zoom in so you can see the cards. There we go. Prayer. This card is deeply connecting the swords to spirituality. And this is something that I really love in a tarot deck, is when we feel a much higher frequency of swords. There is so much wisdom that is available through these gateways. And so how we can remain strong is to trust. We can trust in the wisdom of the portal, but also to be in it and to take sacred time and create sacred space for it as well too. So this is the Princess of Swords. This is the Queen of Cups. The women in this deck, yes, they're all thin, but they do have a bit of an attitude, which is something I like about them. I like their attitude. I also quite like the fact that they're comfortable in their bodies, and I think that's something that's so important. No matter what size your body is, whether it's too little or too big or too whatever it is for you, just, oh my God, embrace you, please embrace you. Love yourself exactly as you are. So we have curiosity and intuition. What a perfect combination of how to remain strong. What aspect of myself needs extra care at this time? So the extra care that is needed is to exercise the intuition, to trust the intuition, to get down to the water where intuition is the strongest. Maybe that is a stream that runs through your backyard. Maybe you can get to the ocean. Maybe that means you're going to luxuriate in a bath tonight. connect to the element of water and allow your intuition to be, I don't know, whatever it is that you need to do, but trust it. Trust it. This is our double water element. Water is a really powerful, whether we connect with tetragrammatron energy, the underlying layers of the RWS, the Golden Dawn, cups and summer are really important. Water is really important. And I think that balancing our intuition in the heat, that water with the heat, the fire of the summer is also super important. And Christina thinks alcohol would help. Yes. So have a cocktail. Hydrate. What about let go? Look at the way that she's sitting there. She's having fun. Can I say it I don't even swear, for fuck's sake, have fun, like, really have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful time. Trust, 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 trust. And let it, I want to say, let go, let go. This is funny. So what was I doing the other day? I was saying, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God. This was something that was running through my head. And this is feeling like let go, let God. Okay, and then we get temperance. And there she is down at the beach. How about let's just go make a sandcastle and hang out down at the beach, play in the water and the sand. And what if you could just, maybe this is about mixing your perfect cocktail. I have an amazing, amazing bunch of mint out front, and I asked my partner. I said, "Do you know how to make mojitos?" And he says, "Do you know I do not even own a mortar and a pestle? When I moved here, a lot of my kitchen tools disappeared. So have more fun for Goddess sake." Yes. So my mortar and pestle, also my spiralizer. So these are two kitchen tools I really need to acquire for my birthday. Anyway, so yes, this feels like such a perfect message. And the third question was, how might I better understand the layers of change I'm experiencing? Well, these layers of change are bringing you into balance. They're also making you stronger. They're making you wholer. They're making you healthier. So, wow. Really, that's all we need, isn't it? That's all we need. It's beautiful. All right. So, Mr. Joel, what have we got here? May I get a reading? I've been in a very low frequency this whole year, so I kind of wish healing advice for myself and my spirit. Okay, so Joel, I want you to take the initial reading for the collective and to just embrace that as an introductory layer. And so we'll do Joel, and then we'll go to Christina after that, okay? All right, so thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Joel and Donna. Okay. And then I'll go back, okay? All right. So let's, everybody, just kind of hold energy for Joel, right? Whether he feels like your brother or your son or your nephew or however you feel. Joel is such a wonderful active member of this group, and it feels like he really needs a hug right now, okay? So I'm going to use this deck, Joel, just because it feels so in alignment with the energy that is going on. It's a little more feminine. There are men in this deck, but I just feel like it's exactly what everybody needs right now. And you know what? I'm going to shuffle the heck out of these cards. US Games cardstock. Ah! If I didn't have such tough hands. Okay. All right. What in the world are we going to do with US Games cardstock? All right. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. All right. Vibrancy, despair, and the Tower. So this is the Queen of Wands, and this is the Ten of Swords. Okay. I'm going to focus on the 3 questions, and then I'm going to lean more into the healing aspect of all of this. I mean, the questions are intended for healing, but let's do that. And thank you all for your support for Joel. So you're saying this whole year you've kind of felt like you're going through a difficult time. And I feel like these cards here confirm these challenges. They confirm this difficult time. But what I feel for you, dear Joel, is that this is coming to a climax. And if the climax is not already, if you're not, so you are in, and dear God, please bring me a better table for reading tarot. So I'm looking for, a square, heavy wood table. That's what I'm looking for. A square, heavy wood table. Joel, you are at the climax. So this is not going to get worse. You are in the depths of that which you are processing. And so everything that is being stirred up right now is so very important to be in the process of. You want to let it move through you. I can feel, so much like she is standing here, the Queen of Wands, so I've felt this, I've talked about this before on my paddleboard, windy day. I really feel like you could go out on a windy day and let the wind blow through you. Connect with the elements in a way that you let yourself be knocked about by the elements. If you were to go for a swim in the ocean, get into the choppy water and let yourself be rattled a bit by the waves. I feel like the water and the air could help for you to move through this experience. Okay, so the Queen of Fire is standing in her strength. She's standing in her power. It's like she's saying, bring it on, baby. I can handle this. And then she lies down. She feels everything, lets it move through her, acknowledges this experience so that on the other side of this, she stands up freer, clearer, perhaps a little more vulnerable. So, Joel, I feel like this is a really important time for you. Okay, let's just look at these questions specifically. Oh, Donna. Gosh, I wish you could send me your table too. Okay. Joel, I want to go to this. So these 2 questions. So how can you remain strong? You practice your superhero pose. You stand tall, you stand strong. You say, I am a spiritual warrior. I've got this, right? So there's an ownership to this. Okay, you're also leaning into your feminine energy. So she's connected to her water side as well. While she is the Queen of Fire, she also has the blessing of the element of water that supports her through this. What aspect of yourself needs extra care? Well, this is the surrender of the ego specifically. So lying down and um, what I was saying before, that mantra of let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, this kind of a mantra can be really helpful. Float on the water. You are coming to the end of this process, but it is important that you surrender to it and don't fight against it. You want to let the crack, the crack of the whip of the lightning just, you know, I'm not very good at sound effects, but you want to let it. It's so weird. You're such a young soul that all of this is moving through such a young person at this time. But isn't that great? Because you kind of get to go through these difficult things right now. Um, and then, it's going to be maybe a heck of a lot easier when you're older. I kind of like this. It is so funny that you say this. This weekend, I stood in the ocean. The ocean was to my knees as it rained and was windy, stormy, and a bit like thunder, too. Okay. Maybe, do it again. Let the elements move through you. Stop resisting the process. Okay. Because if you let this happen, then it's going to pass more quickly uh, than if you resist. Okay. You've got this. You've got this. And you've got this great group of people here hooting you on. So let it. Let it rock you. Let it rock you. So look, oh, we have some new people showing up. Thank you, everybody, for all your love for Joel. All right, let's see who's here. Tina's here. And Tarot Destiny. Oh my goodness, I gotta go to my cheat sheet. Tarot Destiny is Janice. Okay, let me get that in there. Felicity is here. Welcome to Felicity. And Diana, hello. It's been ages since I've seen you. Welcome. Kristen Louise, hello. Welcome, welcome. All right, let me scroll on back. I think we are. Thank you. Thank you, Christina. I feel like my table is it's going to be, it's funny where I live. A lot of people put furniture out on the street. Really good stuff. People don't have the energy to put it on Facebook Marketplace. They're just cleaning out. I think that's where I'm going to find it. I'm just going to be driving by some neighborhood one day, and I'm going to find my table. I have to sand it and clean it up, but that's okay. All right, lots of love for Joel. Now I am going back looking for. Now Christina said I've already answered your question. Let me see. How will your vacation go? I'm very anxious about it, and we're going with friends, and you are an introvert. So, general advice, Christina, is that it's okay for you to go off on your own. You don't have to be with everybody all the time. So part of embracing your inner spiritual warrior is to have the confidence to do that. Right now, I don't want to go for a walk with the group. I want to go by myself. That's okay. It's kind of like, it's funny when I think of Greece, sometimes I think of the Shirley Valentine, the movie. I never did see the play, which is too bad. I'd love to see that play. And there's a scene in Shirley Valentine where she's at the restaurant and she's really enjoying dinner. She's on her own. And then these other people come over and they pick up her plate and they pick up her drink and they assume she's lonely. And they say, "Come on, love, come on over here and sit with us and have dinner with us." And she's rolling her eyes, thinking, "Oh my God, do I have to?" There is there is an assumption that there's something wrong with you if you want to be alone. A lot of people operate this way. And the truth is, and I'm not just saying this to Christina, but to everybody, that it is okay to be alone. It's okay to do things on your own. So you need to get the confidence, have the confidence to put your foot down and say, "No, thank you. I am going for a walk by myself. And no, I'm not taking the dogs. This is for me, you know? So that's really kind of important. All right. And thanks to Dee and Donna for keeping the chat in line. Right? So Janice agrees here. I need to be alone at times to recharge. All right. So this is a reading for Christina, the energy around her vacation. But I feel like that whatever I said, what I just said, this is important stuff. Mhm. We could all take a dose of that medicine. Ooh, you probably want to see the cards. Let's do this. What a beautiful, this is the Ace of Discs. I would take this as the vacation can be whatever you want it to be. So it would be worthwhile to put your intention for the vacation into a seed and plant it. Okay. I have my beverage. Do you have your beverage? Does your boyfriend really love you or not? Palu, we'll get to that. Okay, so Christina, put your intention into the vacation. The way that you phrased your question, it's like it's completely out of your control. And the truth is, it's not. While spirit is always operating in the background, don't underestimate the power of intention. So plant it. And then, I suppose this is your greatest fear. You know what this feels like? It's like every morning the group wants to go for a 10K run or climb the mountain that is behind the condo that the Airbnb that you're renting. Or I used to, my ex-husband, when we went on vacation, this is what it was like. We had to go rent kayaks and we couldn't just go around the island. We'd have to go, around the archipelago. So I feel like this and this really speak together. What do you want this vacation to look like? Do you want it to be athletic? Do you want it to be busy, busy, busy? You're always doing something. Or do you want it to be more spacious? That is up to you. 9 of Cups. So isn't this kind of what I'm saying here? So you need to be emotionally invested and understand that you and spirit can co-create the experience of this vacation. And I kind of feel like that central card is your fear. So what if the vacation could go any way you want it to go? How would you want it to go? Get clear on that. 9 is a very sacred number, right? The keyword on this particular deck is called fulfillment. It's emotionally satisfying, so it's really necessary that you put that in writing, you put it in prayer, you put it in your heart, right? You need to own the vacation. I am solitary by nature. These are my husband's friends, and they are very extroverted. Okay, so you practice. You look in the mirror and you practice saying, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Thank you, but I'm going for a walk on my own now. Right? You create your own space so you feel emotionally fulfilled. I hope that's clear. And those 10 wands, right? Those 10 wands also represent an abundance of energy. So the more energy you put into this intention, the more it will grow and blossom. Doesn't it look like solar energy, that Ace of Discs? Yes. Yes, it certainly does. All right. Felicity, that is a lot of initials after your name. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go there. There's Joel. Again, thank you for the super chat. And I'll find Felicity. All right. Oh, there's lots of lovely. That's my blinds making funny noise. Hopefully they'll stop. Look at all this love for Joel. You know what, Donna? Maybe we could somehow teleport it. We could do this visualization where the table dematerialized at your home and then materialized at my space. Wouldn't that be amazing? That's great, Christina. Yes. Visualize your intention, right? And let the stress wash away. Let it wash over you. That would be beautiful. Okay, so I know Janice, Tarot Destiny, had a question, but now I am looking for Felicity. Felicity, there we go. Oh, I just skipped. Okay, go slowly. Go slowly. Sorry, there we go. I've got Felicity. It's very sensitive, this thing. Okay. If that's too distracting, I'll get up. That Doctor Who. Okay. Felicity, TMHS. Okay. Felicity, so the energy of change, the waves of change is the theme for today's readings. And I'm pulling cards from, excuse me, I'm just going to stand up and close the window. And then I'll pull Felicity's cards. Not that I don't want the wind blowing through my room, but when the blinds go flit, 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 it's kind of annoying. Okay. Okay. Oh, isn't this deck so pretty? You saw the Ace of Discs. So in the previous reading, we had the Ace of Discs, which was that lovely, the one that looked like a sun. And this is the 10 of Discs. So this is a card of, and the question is, how can I remain strong through change? You know what this feels like to me? This feels a card, like a card of, and I see the sun at the center, rather than a coin at the center. Oh, there's so much goodness in this card. And what I was going to say is gratitude. Gratitude feels immensely important at this time. You acknowledge what is at the center and all that you have built around it. But also, I'm feeling kind of like a lily white Six of Cups energy here. You acknowledge the interlocking circles, you acknowledge the nesting cups, you acknowledge the relations of everything, the process that you have built, all that you have built, and all that you have gone through. So if the king is 78, so 78, 77, 76, 75. This is the 74th card in the tarot deck. There's a lot to be grateful for, a lot of abundance, fulfillment, and so forth. Okay, so how can you remain strong through change? Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. What aspect of myself needs care and time? Ooh, Four of Cups. So that's beautiful. So this is like I was saying to Christina, give yourself space, and perhaps you can take that gratitude into meditation. Perhaps understanding that. So think of fours as foundation. Fours are fundamental to what you are building and what you are creating. So perhaps you have reached um, the completion of a particular aspect of your development, and there's a new um, foundation that you are creating. And so creating sacred space to give yourself time to contemplate that feels really important. This also looks very Lionsgate portalish, the strength of the sun, the space, the sacred space, the power of meditation, and so forth. And here we get the Queen of Intuition again, right? So the Queen of Cups. This is a beautiful message, and having her in the third position. I think she might have been in the second position for the collective reading. How might I better understand the layers of change that I'm experiencing? The thing is, you don't need to understand them intellectually. Trust that the intuitive messages that come through are more powerful than anything else that you could be receiving. This is a beautiful reading. 10 of Discs, 4 of Cups, Queen of Cups. It feels sacred. It feels like sacred space. You know what else I feel here? Those rock gardens that people care for so carefully? They do it as meditation. They do it as spaciousness. It's very sacred work. This feels like a very sacred reading. So I strongly suggest recreating or spending time in sacred space is exactly what you need at this time. Okay, and it will help you. It will give you so much strength. Okay, maybe what I'll do is read with this. I'm going to shuffle this deck and do that for the rest of the month, multiple times a day. US Games cardstock, I forgive you. I will break you down. Somehow I will break you down. Costas says, not Costas, Saskia, I had to say to myself just this morning that I was not going to buy any more decks this year, but looking at these cards, I am beginning to get the itch again. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. You don't need any more cards. You have enough cards. You have enough cards. You have enough cards. All right, so we're going to go to Janice next. Tarot Destiny. Okay. Okay, what energy is around me at this time? Well, the energy that is around everyone, Janice, is one of immense possibility, enormous change. So specifically, helping you to understand all that means for you. I will pull 3 cards from this deck. Let's hold space, love, and light for Janice. Ooh, we have power, authority. Whoa, this is, this feels like, ooh, I want to show you a picture. Oh, please don't fall over. Okay, I'm going to show you a card from the Stunning Tarot. This is another. So, this deck makes me feel like, so Joel, when we were talking, when you're describing that scene in the ocean with the ocean up to your knees and there was a storm and all of that, this deck feels kind of like that to me as well, too. But I want to show you a particular card in this deck that I think summarizes what I'm feeling in that reading. Wouldn't it be cool if you could imagine a card and then that card would just appear, not be the final card in the deck as you're looking for it? That would be a great power. Maybe that's because you need to review the whole deck. I think it's an ace, or it's a page. That's so funny. There it is. Yeah, it's the Ace of Wands. Okay. So I'm going to show you this card. This is what I'm picking up for you. This is the Stunning Tarot, Yonasios. Let's do this. Make these cards pretty. And then I'm going to show you this one here. So, oh gosh. All right. So this is Tower, King of Swords, and King of Discs. So this is really powerful. This is the card I wanted to show you. So this is the Ace of Wands in the Yonasios. This is what I'm feeling for you. And I feel like I've seen this picture in a movie, or I've experienced this card. This is what I'm feeling. And it's like, maybe this is exactly what you need to do. Go for a walk, forest, beach, wherever. Get yourself a ginormous walking stick and energize it with your energy. Okay. But let's look at these 3 cards. King of Swords, King of Discs. King of Mind, King of Thought, King of Power, King of Wisdom, most integrated king. 78th card in the tarot deck. King of Manifestation, King of Family. Your leadership skills, your power, your authority is limitless. And so through the winds of change, and to me, these don't feel like winds. These feel like an earthquake. They feel like through the winds of change, know that your strength and your power is limitless. You can orchestrate this. You do have the skills to go through this. Now, saying that, sometimes the lessons of the Tower, your present shift, your present shakeup, and this could have been going on for the past 6 months. Sometimes the way to go through it is not necessarily to manage it. We need to lie down to it. And so this sort of response may not be what is called for. This might actually be an invitation to lie this down, to let go of control, to let go of power. So I'm not sure what's going on with you right now. But your relationship with the ego, your relationship with knowing what's happening next, taking charge, seeing the long-term plan, perhaps isn't in your highest. Sometimes we only need to focus on the next step. So the waves of change are a natural, everybody is going through energetic shakeup at this time, but yours perhaps is, uh, it's right there. It's very close to you. But much like I was saying to Joel, it is so important to be in it. Don't run away from it. Let it move you. Feel it in every way. You don't have to orchestrate it. You can simply be in it. Okay. So let's look at the language around what you're saying. I'm trying to manifest channeling. So take those words one by one, put them at the top of your journal page. And first of all, the verb. Let's start to brainstorm a bunch of verbs that feel less like doing, right? You don't try to manifest. You ease into it, you breathe into it, you trust it. So the language around this feels very much like these two kings. Yes, you want the lightning bolt to go through you, and don't we all want to become clearer channels? Are you picking up what I'm laying down here? Okay. And then through meditation and exercise. Okay. So perhaps, yes, you got that? Okay, good. You have to allow channeling. Don't try. That seems to block it. Yes. So um, when you are in silent space, when you are in a place of reflection, make sure that you are completely grounded. So your foundation is really important. So take time for that, right? Don't rush into your sacred space. Set yourself up. Allow your physical body to get really comfortable. Lie down if you need to lie down. Breathe into it. I allow spirit to move through me. I allow spirit to move through me. Also, backing off from all of your senses can really help. So one of the ways to do that is to really focus on your senses. So you dial in, you really focus on all that you're hearing. You hear the birds outside, you hear the power tools in the yard next door. You scan sound to sound to sound to sound to sound. You really focus on all the three-dimensional sounds. And then they disappear. So there's different approaches to getting the channel to open up. But I would suggest words such as allow, lean into, soften to spirit, that kind of thing. Okay. Thank you very much. Palu had a love question. So let's scroll on up to Palu or down to Palu. Okay. Palu, question. I have a question for you. Palu, do you love you? Do you love you? Because the truth is, the more you love yourself, the more everybody will love you. What does that mean? That means that you take care of yourself. You give yourself time for yourself. You understand that your feelings, your opinions, not only do they matter, but they are sacred. You know, they are very, very important. You are a sacred being. You are a spiritual warrior. You are a light being. And so you are not at the mercy of other people. It doesn't matter if Karan really loves you if you don't love yourself. And when I read a question like this, it feels needy. So that if you were to spend a little more time building your own self-confidence, then you would know if Karan was the right fit for you. Now, culturally, what I am saying may not fit with what you believe. But spiritually, energetically, this is all really, really important. Okay, so this is a reading for Palu, who's asking about Karan. Does Karan really love Palu? And the healer in me wants to do a reading asking what is underlying Palu's insecurity that this question is even necessary at all. Okay. But I'm going to answer your question. Does Karan really love Palu? Please hold light and space around Palu as we answer this question. Does Karan really love Palu? Does Karan really love Palu? And I'd rather ask, what does Karan really love about Palu? But you're asking a limiting yes or no question. Okay. Well, isn't this the theme for today? Okay. Well, this is not a Two of Cups kind of card. No. No. Okay. Let's go to the chat. For those of you that are curious about this deck, I did a comparison. I think I did a 3-way comparison with the Star Seeker, the Field, and the Star Seeker, the Field, and the Fountain. And that was a really fun walkthrough. So if you're interested, you can have a look at the comparison of these 3 decks because they do have a similar energy. All right. Okay. This to me feels like he wants to control you, or he's breaking you down. And this is the 0 card. So I see this as you emerging as a more independent person. What did Tamian say? It's Tower Tuesday. Yeah, it is Tower Tuesday. Huh. It's not a great energy. But I would say that if you can really start to focus on your own self development, it will become a lot clearer the kind of relationship that would better fit the kind of person that you are. Okay. And also know that that is also Quran's stuff, right? So he's dealing with some power issues, control issues himself. And you don't want to be on the other side of that. All right, so Deepika is next. Deepika, I didn't even see Deepika come in. All right, let's see if I can find, we'll go through. Scrolling on down. Maria, hello. Namaste to you. Okay, so there is Deepika. And I'll see if there is a question. Is there a question from Deepika? Palu, I don't think you understood what I was saying. Okay. But that's okay. You hear what you need to hear. Okay. Donna, was there a question from Deepika? Or did they just say, please put me on the list? I don't see a question from Deepika. Hello, Katie. Oh my goodness. I want to try asking my cards if my cats love me. That's so funny. That's so funny. All right. Did anybody see a question from Deepika? If not, I'll just I'll pull 3 cards and do this this energy reading for Deepika. Okay. All right. It doesn't even appear as if they're here, but that's okay. Okay. This will be interesting to see if we get the Tower again. Okay. Waves of change spread for Deepika. There is an intense invitation for all of us to get really vulnerable at this time, right? Be open. I feel part of this Tower stuff is no, it's time to put the hats, the masks in the fire. It's, yeah. All right. Waves of change spread for Deepika. Hello, Christina Nanda. All right. I swear. Can we all have a good laugh here, please? Let's return to the questions, shall we? How can I remain strong through change? The answer is be in the energy of the change. You have to. Weather, in order to weather the storm, you need to be in the storm. Why is my phone vibrating? Oh, it's my daughter. I'll call her back in a moment. Sorry, I didn't turn off my vibration. Isn't that funny? Here, oh, now the vibrations are getting really obnoxious. That's the tower speaking. Whoa. Oh my goodness gracious. That is so funny. Wow. Okay. There you go. There's my vibrating tower. Can't make this stuff up. It's so important to be in the change. Now, specifically for you, what are you healing? What are you moving through? Whether you view the Justice card as a karmic reset, or there's actually some legal matters that you are going through, something needs to be reset. It cannot go on as it is going on. The reason things feel so difficult is that things have to change. They cannot stay the same. So if you are feeling a little uneasy, it's because this is a period of uh, your course correction. And sometimes we have no control over that. And then you get an ace. Okay. So it feels like this period of while it feels like all of this is happening out there in the universe and that you have no say, no control over this, resetting your intention is an important part of this process. And I feel like so when it's an ace of wands. So this is the first ace, right? It is the ace of creation, the ace of fertility. It is the ace of that first spark of energy. So these cards are stand up. Don't be a wallflower. Is that what you're saying? Don't be a wallflower. If you feel like you are being struck down, yeah, I think that's what's the expression? Don't be a wallflower. Like you have a say in this. And I feel in a way that's what I was saying to Palu. It's really important that you find your own inner strength and you figure out what it is and where you want to go. You don't have to just bear what is going on around you. Okay. All right. Yes, I strongly recommend Molly McCord's astrological readings. Um, and her reading for the upcoming Aquarius full moon, I haven't watched that one yet. I'm, of course, I have my best friend in the world is an Aquarius baby. Her birthday is February 1st. And I've always been intimately aligned with her energy. And so I'm very much aware of the 180-degree energy on the other side. And so the full moon in Aquarius, which is on Thursday, I plan on bringing all of the bits and pieces of what I've been working with for Lionsgate into that full moon. All right. Donna, where are we at? Mm-mm. Okay, go celebrate, dear one. You're finished for today. Okay, well, let's have a little chat. I want to tell you what's in the lineup for the rest of the week. And just so today is Tuesday. Tonight, I have an extra session with Tarot Foundations. So Tarot Foundations is the class, the fall class that is starting on the 28th of September. Right now, there is not enough enrollment to run the course. There are only 2 people registered. So I'm hoping that will, so I only take 11. Okay. So I did a video yesterday, which technology really screwed me up. Anyway, that's posted. If you're interested in the class, what I was just saying is tonight I'm coming back on with an extra class, and I am inviting all of the Tarot Foundation students to gather for this extra class. And this is something I do from time to time. So this course that you sign up for is kind of ongoing. I'm always sending my students stuff. So it's not just limited to this 22-week session. It's really an amazing, amazing course. So I hope that I can get more people to register for this class. Wednesday, Herb Crafter Tarot. And we're going to do the 7s. And then Wednesday night in the Facebook group. What else is going on? I feel like, oh yes, I'm going to finish the video on the 3 James Eads decks. And then that'll be it for this week. I will not be on Friday. And I will see you in a week. Wow. Next Tuesday. So yeah, so I have lots of people hopefully gathering for my birthday, and I'm really excited. It's a very special year. It's a big number. 6s. So this is my 6-0 year, and I think this feels so very, very peaceful. I want to tell you about a dream. I shared this in the Lenormand class last hour, and the night of the Lionsgate portal, I had a dream that I was pregnant. And I was really fit and healthy, and I was 55 years old. And my partner, who I don't live with, he lives across the street. He had a dream also that I was pregnant, and he never remembers his dreams. And so I was looking back 5 years to August 12th, 2017. I just did this in between as I was reflecting on after the Lenormand session. And in August 12th, 2017, I was moving. So I didn't actually have a home. And I rented a cabin, Riverside, it was called Riverside Cabins. And I was shifting gears. I was on my way here. I knew I was coming in this general direction. I did not have a home. I had nowhere to go. And it was this place, really this fool place for me. It was like ground zero. And I had put a lot of intention to the new life that I wanted. This is post-divorce, after what I wanted to grow and build. And so Lionsgate, 5 years later, both me and my partner, and of course I wasn't with him then, had this dream of birthing something. And so it's kind of wild, kind of wild. Yeah, anyway, pretty beautiful. So thank you all for the birthday blessings. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see what grows. And full moon blessings for the Aquarius full moon on Thursday. And take very good care of yourselves. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste, everybody. See you next week. Bye for now. Tamian, I'll see you in a little bit.